And look at this, all kids have a locker. And do they share a locker with another student?
No, because they only get half a locker.
But I see 2 kids on each locker.
Oh, this is for the early learning, so they share. Like,
Oh, they share for the early learning.
Yeah,
But
because they have a morning and an afternoon.
Okay.
So then, so we have more.
So they don't actually have locks. They
No,
just
they don't.
They don't need them
They
here.
don't need them. That's correct. Yeah,
okay.
That's correct.
Wow, look at this. You have see all the leaves. Everything's based on.
That book, right? So we take the book and then it's like it's a foundational piece.
Yeah.
And then we work with the students.
And everybody bought in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of buy-in, absolutely, 100%.
Right.
This is Mike. He's our science teacher.
How you doing, Mike?
CTS.
Sorry, I'm hearing us.
Yeah.
Just trying to see what you guys are doing here.
This is our kind of CTS lab here, but so the kids would. This class is just finishing right now.
This class is just coming in. We're just coming in for offerings right now.
CTS stands for.
Career and Technology Studies.
Career and Technology.
So that's everything from foods to construction to sewing, but I do media.
Do the kids have to take? Do they have these type of classes that kids have to kind of be exposed to? This career and technology, or?
Well, in some ways, under options, they're
Right.
going to be under some sort of career and technology studies.
Okay.
But like I said, it's a very, very broad umbrella that's under,
Right.
and I'm just taking care of media.
Let me ask you, I don't know if you know this, but at the high school level, can kids just study, if they want to go vocational track, can they do that?
For a lot of schools in Edmonton, there are specialized programs where you can do that.
Right,
Yes.
where they can learn a trade,
They
per
can learn a
se.
trade.
St.
There are
Joe's.
there
You're
are
going
high
to
schools.
St. Joe's.
I noticed.
Yes.
Okay.
You're going to see that there.
Oh, good.
There
Yeah,
definitely
you will.
are. Yeah.
Right, great. And what? And these are what?
This is us getting our technology
Okay.
to set out. This is kind of a disaster, what I call a
Staging area.
disaster
Staging
area
area,
right
right,
now.
for-
So we're getting things out. Yeah. So we're.
And do you use this more as the keyboard more than the iPad here?
With the junior highs, definitely. Yes.
They all have laptops in junior high.
Do they prefer laptops over the iPads,
Definitely.
or do you?
Yes. Both of us.
And why? Why is that?
Because I find that the iPad is much more of a consumption device rather than a production device.
Okay.
The level that we're dealing with now, they need to do a lot more writing and creation.
And I agree with you on that. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't see that as the path in the U.S.
Yeah.
Everything is iPad driven.
Yeah.
But-
I mean, like the iPad's great for the younger grades.
Right. No, I think you said it right.
Yeah. But especially in the junior high,
Right.
yeah, I definitely would prefer to have that. And even we bought them on the junior high all elite pads that
Right.
didn't have a trackpad or a mouse. They didn't like that either.
Really?
They didn't want.
It takes more time, right?
It takes more time.
It just,
Yeah.
it's faster on if
on
you're
a
trying
keyboard
to.
and with a
We
real
made
mouse.
that decision last year
Yeah.
when we decided what we'd buy for the junior high this year, and the teachers and the kids, they all
I
wanted the
agree.
laptop.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
we bought a laptop for every
Yeah.
kid in the school this year,
Yeah.
and they all have
And
their
so
own
far they've been
laptop.
very happy.
Yeah.
And they
with it,
love
too.
the laptop.
Yeah.
And we still have iPads in the school.
Yeah.
And if he wanted to use them for something,
Oh yeah, and,
he has access.
and there still are a lot of
Yeah.
junior high teachers for
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
projects where
Yeah.
having that camera and the portability, they're still being used by the
Yeah.
junior high.
Right.
But day-to-day use, it's
Their whole pedagogy for the schools are up on the bulletin board, so parents can see everything here. But look, as you walk down, they got books in the halls. I mean, this is. Now the kids
It's a
can.
library. It's throughout the school. We
So
don't
the-
have our library in a room.
Okay,
It's throughout the
so how do you take? How do you?
We
I
have
mean,
librarians.
how do you take kids?
Daily, every day they can.
How do you take
a book.
kids? Just bring them back.
No, they
Basically.
just come freely. So they go, they grab a book, they go
Yeah.
sign it up, they
Okay.
come back. So it's
Yeah.
not, a traditional system where they have to go into.
Oh, this is cool. So here's the band room, and you can see, and the band's done from by grade level, right?
Yeah, grade 7 is their own band, grade 8 is their own band, grade 9.
And all the kids in 7th grade, all the kids have to take.
Yeah, they all
But in
take
8th
that.
grade, they all have to take an instrument
They
too.
choose whether they want to take an instrument or study a different option.
Like, what would be the other options?
They can choose art. I think they can choose food.
Right.
And I'm not sure about all the others, but I know art and foods are offered in the school, and then we do separate options on Thursday
Right.
afternoons.
Now, as a band teacher, I don't want to take too much of your time, but I'm a music teacher too. Do you
Yeah.
find many kids here, like, they have to take this so they don't have that passion, or a lot of kids don't want to learn an instrument?
This is grade 9 band, and they love it.
Right, but what about 7th grade?
The 7th graders, they love it.
All of them wanna do it.
They love it. They're so thrilled about the
Really?
opportunity to play an instrument. To them, it doesn't seem like they're being forced to do it
Right.
because it's the way it is in our school.
But they've had music from K through
Yes. but these are new instruments.
Right.
Yes. So it's a new sort of music environment.
Whereas in California, they pretty much wiped out all general music. So they started 7th grade, so maybe they don't have that excitement,
Yeah,
right?
they love the music in grade 6, and they get to move on to something more complicated,
Right.
more challenging for them.
Right.
And they're all excited to learn a new instrument, to start on a new instrument. So
Does the school provide the instruments?
yes, we do.
All of them.
Yeah.
So each kid gets an instrument,
Yeah.
and they can take it home.
They can take it home, yeah, or they can practice here at lunch. I open the lunch hours for
So
them
you're
to
saying
come
for
in.
like all your 7th graders here, each one of them has their own individual instrument.
Yeah, that's our goal. Not all of our schools are like that, but
Right.
I know our school here at Otterson, we do have
And
one
you guys
each.
prepare them and
Yeah, right now actually I'm getting a shipment of repaired instruments that are
Wow.
coming in, and then we'll have more sharing.
You're making Rice Krispies.
and they get this twice a week, right? As a 9th grader? 9th, 7th grader?
These are seven.
Yeah.
Okay, so they get band too,
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
twice a week?
Yeah.
Yep.
Then they
Or
get,
3 times a week, I think, for band.
Band is
Because it's
twice.
an option. Oh, is
thought
it
it was
twice?
twice, yeah.
but it's
Okay,
not an
twice.
option in 7th grade, right? Everybody?
That's right, it's compulsory.
So these are 7th graders here.
It is 3 times a week.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are 7th graders here?
Yes.
And then, so they take band 3 times a week and then they come over to this?
Social studies is 3 times
This is
a week as
social,
well.
but foods they would be one of the variety of options they were able to choose from.
Oh, so not everybody has to play an instrument as a 7th grader.
Yes, actually, grade 7 is compulsory.
So they would actually get foods on another class too, or is that
Yeah.
another grade?
Well, no, they would get foods depending on we had about 4 different options they could choose from.
Yeah.
And then we had also at the same time, there's something called Encore here. So that in case you missed anything in your options, you had another opportunity.
So,
Here's the grade 9 class.
grade 9. Yeah, and so the kids are off somewhere else right now, but.
Hello, how you doing? She's still got the tree as the theme.
Yeah,
There you go.
and she did the display outside on the tree as well.
Wow.
So they're visual poetry, so the kids are capturing.
The whole tree concept. Wow. It's really cool.
So we unpacked that, right? And Lisa, you had, what was it your kids did with the tree out here? They did something, it was kind of neat.
Yeah, that was just sort of like our classroom creed. you could say,
Diversity
where
creates dimension in our world.
So they did like, so she started off with the, this is the book, and we're going to give you a copy of the book. And these are some of the key messages, right? out of
These
the
are
book.
actually the messages that we came up with.
Yeah,
We used the
okay.
tree as a metaphor
Wow.
for our class.
Sure.
Classroom.
And what's the name of the book again? I know you're going to give
The
it to me.
Things Trees Know
The
by
Things-
Douglas Wood, who also wrote Old Turtle and the Broken Truth. Like
Wow.
some of his, he's quite a famous.